This is Dr. David Schein, and welcome to Business Law 101. Now, this section of Chapter 10 brings up an important term that a lot of people are unfamiliar with, and this is the term bailment. So I want you to keep that term in mind because it's a very active concept, but a lot of people do not know it as bailment. One of the best examples of bailment is when you drive into a parking lot and you get the claim tag and it says, you know, when you're checking out, you bring claim tag and it determines how long you've been in the garage, so how much money you owe the parking garage. So what happens though with the bailment is that the ticket says, we are just giving you the right to use a parking place. We are not creating a bailment. So there's actually specific disclaimer that a lot of people use in situations like this. Now, again, you can think of innumerable examples of bailment. Dry cleaners, you trust them with your clothes. They take the clothes and clean them. You give them money. So it's a mutually beneficial bailment. You rent a car when you travel or your car breaks down, you rent a car. You have the use of the car, that's creating a bailment. And then it's fairly straightforward as to what the use is. So there's several types of bailment. Again, very, very simple: benefit of the bailor, benefit of the bailee, or mutual benefit. Benefit of the bailee is usually you loan somebody some of your property, like you're going away for the weekend and your friend needs a car because their car is being serviced. So you go ahead and give them the keys and say, you can drive my car over the weekend. And so that's for the benefit of the bailee. Similar situation, going away for the weekend. You don't want to leave your car at your apartment complex, so you drive over to your friend's house and you leave it in their driveway just for the weekend while you are out of town. So a couple different ways to approach it. And then obviously the mutual benefit is the most common situation. Money for a service, somebody takes the property, again, rental cars and so forth. Now, the distinction in bailments is how much care you have to take of the materials involved. And so you have slight care for the bailor, the benefit of the bailor. Benefit of the bailee, you have to take extraordinary care. And if it's mutually beneficial, then you have ordinary care. So a dry cleaning situation, car rental is ordinary care.
So I was thinking about the example you mentioned about, and when it comes to the parking lot, right? So is it the reason that it's not considered bailment that you take the keys back with you? Like if it was a valet, then you're giving them your car and you're giving them the keys in exchange for monetary compensation.
Absolutely. Perfect. Yes. That was my next point. You did good. Okay. So what happens is that you pull into the parking garage, but it is a valet park garage. They hand you a ticket and it says, this is not a bailment. We're not responsible for your car or anything you leave in it. That is legally incorrect. Because if you drive in the parking garage and you hand these guys your keys and they take your car away and are responsible for it and they bang into things, I have a friend who has the unbelievable bad luck to have had their car significantly damaged. Two different valet situations had significant damage to a car. Very, very difficult, by the way, to recover from the valets. And so, but it is legally incorrect. If you surrender your car to them, it is a bailment. And so no matter just amount of disclaimer on that claim ticket, it still was a bailment. So you're absolutely correct. So it's, but a lot of times they're trying to get that, get off the hook, so to speak. One of the areas that's a very common bailment is common carrier. Now, keep in mind that common carrier has a higher burden and is supposed to be ensuring the safe delivery of your stuff. The common carriers can invoke the following exceptions to liability: an act of God, like the hurricane, action of an alien enemy, like an invasion or the incidents on 9/11, order of public authority, the inherent nature of the goods, and the misconduct of the shipper. Now, another element of bailment is for innkeepers. And in medieval times, an innkeeper was completely responsible for your stuff. This is a relatively difficult burden to meet. So how things are done today is that the innkeeper is responsible for your stuff unless they provide a safe for you to put your valuables in. If they put the little safe in your room, I don't know how secure they are. I don't feel they're particularly secure. But if you put your stuff in the safe in the room, the innkeeper is supposed to be off the hook by providing that. That gives them a legal excuse to avoid the higher standard that precedes a common law.